Hi everyone, it's Maureen Muldoon. Welcome to A Course in Miracles, provided you by Miracles Live 365. And this program started July 1st, 2013. And for the past number of years, we've been serving up miracles every morning, fresh baked bread every morning. It started when I was invited to give a few talks at a spiritual community, and I wanted to take people a little bit deeper into the concepts of A Course in Miracles, and I was inspired to offer a 21-day offering. And after 21 days, people who were on the calls at the time, they weren't Zoom, they were just conference calls, said, like, we want to go the distance. And I remember thinking, I don't know if that's mine to do, and I asked my internal teacher, and the answer was, do you have better plans? And I was like, no, I don't have any other better plans. And so for the last how many number of years, 10 or so years, I've been not making better plans than God. And man, has it been an awesome ride. The concept that that's based on in A Course in Miracles is that when a brother asks you to do something, like wake up every day for 365 days with them, and you want to think, I don't want to do that, just do it anyhow, because it doesn't matter. I know that might sound like, you want to turn us into martyrs? No, I am investing in us being miracle workers. And miracle workers set aside their own agendas so that they can receive the grand plan of God, which is always so much better than I could ever have orchestrated or imagined. And I know that this has been true for you in many areas of your life as well. So we're just going to continue that thread of awareness, of selflessness, in order to experience the big S self. Last year we added a couple of Zoom calls. So we have calls that are starting in Ireland with Mia Sarah, and we have calls that are being hosted and run by amazing teachers from Canada. We have a 5:45 call, we have a 6:45 call, we have an 8:20 call, we have a 9:10 call, and then we have a 1 a.m. call that happens in Ireland, along with text calls that come in the package. So all of these calls, you can double dip, you can find which group works for you. Pretty soon we won't just be Miracles Live 365, we'll be Miracles Live 365 24/7, so that no matter where you are in the world, you can access a deep, rich, wonderful conversation about spiritual principles, which are universal, that work for us. In the same way that universal concept that I already shared, which is like set your little self aside so you can experience your big S self, that's a universal concept. You'll see that, in every philosophy and theology or religiosity that supports spiritual evolution. We have amazing teachers, incredible teachers that devote their time to sharing the concepts of A Course in Miracles. There's about 15 different teachers that you can study with, different styles. Some are gentler than others, some are feistier than others, but they all are intentional about not just sharing the lessons, but embodying the concepts. So if you're new to this community, I just want to let you know that you're stepping into a community that has been waking up together for the last 10 years. And many, many, many friendships have been woven together through, the sharing of our humanity and divinity. You will find great companionship and fellowship here. So it's just a byproduct of our group. Every day we text out the recordings to you. And so you can listen at your leisure. You get to decide how much or how little you want to participate in the program. On these calls, because we wake up together with each other every single day, Christmas, Thanksgiving, New Year's, your birthday, we'll tread some beautiful paths together. Every single day we wake up together. And the generosity of spirit of allowing yourself to be cared for in a community is something that serves everyone. Because one day all of us will wake up and have somebody pass, or have a job won or lost, or have some things shift that seem insurmountable on our own. And the good news is we don't have to travel it alone anymore. So what we do on the call is that we pray in. We always do the miracle worker prayer. After the pray-in, we read the lesson and we invite people, anybody who wants to read can read. And then the teacher might stop intermittently and give a little interpretation of whatever spirit is inspiring them to share. I invite all of our teachers and students to not leave your brains, beliefs, or backgrounds at the door, but just come and really share what's up. If you're in a pickle or if you feel uncomfortable or if something's agitating you, bring that to the call, because it's the thing that will help us to apply the lesson to something. After that, we meditate for a few minutes every day. And for people who have a deep or longer meditation practice, this might not feel unusual. For somebody who's never meditated before, this might feel uncomfortable, but it's only about 2 to 3 minutes a day, unless the lessons suggest otherwise. Together we build this tolerance for stillness. At the end of each call, we ask for prayer requests. If anybody has something specific that feels uncomfortable, we put that into prayer. We put that into affirmative prayer. These calls, in the beginning, I used to say, oh, they're 10 to 15 minutes. They're not. Each call is about 45 to an hour. You can stay for the amount of time that works for you. I am absolutely surprised by the fact that in making time for my spiritual practice, I have time for everything else. I'm never at a lack of time, which is an extraordinary thing to be able to say for sure, because it seems like nobody has enough time. That is based on the principle, seek first God and all else is given. Something nobody really trusts in. But when you begin to practice that, to fully seek first God, put God first every single day, everything else truly is given. This is not something that I can tell you about. This is something that you will need to experience for yourself. And you experience that by the elimination of doubting, by saying, I don't have time for that. Basically, if you don't have time for that, you don't have time for anything, because that is all that there is. If you don't make the calls, if you make the calls or if you don't make the calls, you'll get a recording sent to you by text. If you don't want to receive the text, but you do want to return to the lesson, or if you miss the lesson, you can always go on Facebook. It's posted there in the private Facebook group. Do you need a book? You really don't. All of this content is available online. This has been my book, my first book, and it is from Foundation of Inner Peace. We all have the same version of the book. It makes it easy for us to study together. And so this is the book that I use because it was the first book that was given to me. So the program is $365 for the year. It's $1 a day. Many people have been on for many years. As an alumni, after the year, you get an alumni discount for every year following that you want to sign up. If you need a payment plan, we have payment plans. And if you want to try it out for the first 21 days, you can receive any financial investment back, 100%, no questions asked, if it's not a program that works for you. So that's the spielio. The final thing I'd say is that people ask me, after all these years, why do you still get up and do these lessons? For me, this is better than coffee. This is better than fresh baked bread every morning. This is waking up to possibility, to laughter, to miracles. And Miracles Live 365 is just one way that we help people stay in integrity, stay in accountability, stay in love with a spiritual practice that makes you want to jump out of bed. People sign up year after year after year after year after year. We have people who have been on the call since the inception of the calls. And I think that that's the thing that speaks the loudest for me. And I know why they get on every day, for the same reason I get on every day, because I love waking up to love. I love waking up to good news. I love waking up to possibilities. I love to wake up to kindness. So, thanks for joining us for this round of Miracles Live 365. I'm so excited for what lies before you. God bless. Namaste.